I felt the back of my neck and there was a little garbanzo bean size lump. Come to find out, that's where the cancer had actually first surfaced. What was really scary about follicular lymphoma is that there's really no cure, and that was really disturbing. I thought to myself, this can't be, there's got to be something else, and I'm gonna find it. And that's when I discovered CAR T-cell therapy. It's just taking my own T-cells and re-engineering, re-educating them to seek and destroy the cancer.
We're on camera.
Are we rolling? Okay, we'll stop arguing.
My name is Josh Feldman. I run a photography business with my wife, Julie.
We just naturally can work amazingly as a team.
After we got married, Julie and I embarked on a 50-day honeymoon. When I first felt that little lump on the back of my neck, I thought that, oh, it's nothing.
You know, I mean, we'll just keep an eye on it, and when we get back from the honeymoon, we'll check it out and see what it is.
So Julie and I returned home, and I immediately went to my dermatologist. He did the biopsy, and a few weeks later got the report, and it came back, follicular lymphoma.
We had just come off the high of our lives, and now we were going into, like, the depths of despair.
This is something that they're saying that there's no cure for and that it's going to get much worse.
When you get news like that, your adrenaline just starts pumping and you just go into overdrive. I started Googling oncologists. Actually, that's how we found Dr. Timmerman.
Dr. Timmerman was on the cutting edge of different therapies.
Okay, take a deep breath. Come out, deep breath. When I met Josh, his lymphoma was growing. So here are Josh's tumors that are in his abdomen showing that this cancer had spread. He had had several rounds of chemotherapy already and they weren't working. And so we wanted to try something different. Josh never wanted us to give what was standard. He wanted to learn what was the next thing that we were excited about. And that was really immunotherapy.
When everything else had failed with all the different conventional therapies, that's when I discovered CAR T-cell therapy.
CAR T is a living immunotherapy that is able to fight cancer utilizing your own cells.
So when I got the call from Dr. Timmerman that there was an opening on the KITE CAR T-cell trial at UCLA, I jumped on it.
So CAR T-cell therapy stands for chimeric antigen receptor T-cells. T-cells roam around the body and they look for abnormal cells. They can actually touch other cells and kill them. Your T-cells can be engineered to do different things. The way we make CAR T-cells is we take some blood from the patient, isolate the T-cells, and those T-cells are then infected with a virus that has the genes for the chimeric antigen receptor. When the CAR T-cells are injected back into the body, we've re-engineered them and they will find the cancer cells wherever they are and begin killing those cells. So it's a living therapy. Once that miracle of that genetic engineering is done, the process is very simple and natural. The cells are just infused back into your body like an ordinary blood transfusion, and then they go to work.
The CAR T right here, look, it's going in. My re-educated, re-engineered T-cells are gonna completely obliterate, annihilate this lymphoma once and for all.
So after he gets infused with the CAR T-cells, it's all about waiting until you get the scan, because the scan is everything.
So before Josh's treatment started, he had these large tumors here you can see that are in yellow. So what we see now in this PET scan is really exciting. This is 18 months later, and those tumors are gone, as are those other nodules that are present here. So there's no evidence of active cancer at this time. And he was really completely back to normal. There wasn't any reason for him to feel or be reminded that he had had this cancer.
Oh my gosh, it just was the best feeling, just being able to just start a whole new life.
There was no additional medication, there was no follow-up drugs, there was no second doses. There was no more chemotherapy. It was a one-time treatment with CAR T, and that was the end of it.
I'm very excited for Josh and patients like him that we've treated with these fantastic new therapies, but despite these really exciting results with 40% of people being cancer-free, that means that 60% of people had their cancer come back. So the next big challenge is really to make these remissions last longer in a greater number of patients and have the immune system finish off these cancers and to try to cure them.
We have crossed a chasm with this technology where we are actually understanding that the body can heal itself with the help of this CAR T technology. It's amazing.